Welcome everyone. Today we are going to do a reading about messages from our spirit guides. This is for all signs. I feel like, like I talk it over with my spirit guides, and then I feel like they go and nudge whoever this reading is for. So thank you for paying attention to your intuition. Otherwise, you may have just passed it. Some of you pass it and then you're like, wait, and you go back, that type of thing. I 100% trust in my guides to reach whoever it is that they need to reach. So, and what I'm really looking at is the next 3 months, June, July, and August. Anything we need to know, anything we can know. It can be about love, it can be about career, life. No stipulations. Free to flow. We're going to start with the Mother Mary deck. It's a beautiful it's not Sunday. It's a beautiful sunny afternoon. Feels so good to have the windows open again. Okay, we have 3 and we're going to take them. We have Jesus. I pray for Jesus' help and guidance with this situation. We have hope. Hope. I trust that God has a wonderful solution and brilliant plans in store for me. Jesus and hope. And then we have Father. I do have my window open, by the way. And I'm in the country, so there's quite a few kids who have like trail bikes and what have you. Anyway, my true Father is God in heaven, who shines healing light upon me, my birth father, and our relationship. Okay. We're going to bring in, I'm going to bring this down. We're going to bring in the, I'm going to bring out too much, the Tarot of Dreams. You know, I feel like some of you have certain questions in your mind. I don't even really feel like you have to ask them. I think your guides already know. These decks are all pre-shuffled, by the way. I feel like they have to be part of it. All right, let's see what was anxious to come out. The Magician. Beautiful. This is the energy of manifestation. Your ability, right? Your ability to manifest. We have, well, hello, world. Some of you are manifesting a new beginning. It's interesting because I see the Fool, like in the, what do you call that? Like the port window. I see the Fool in there. We have the Queen of Wands. She's our psychic queen. I call her the psychic queen. We're all psychic. But she's the one who trusts her intuition. She moves according to her passion. She may move first, think about it second. Type of, but because she's moving by instinct, what she's feeling, she's trusting. So, anyways, okay. We have the Ten of Swords. We have the Two Swords. Interesting. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Can be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. This queen is looking back at this Two of Swords, almost like she's the one who is asking or waiting for someone to make a decision, perhaps to enter into this next chapter. This doesn't have to be love. This can be in money, in career, in collaboration type thing. It's interesting. I feel like Queen is just like kind of sitting back and allowing someone, it's like I feel like she's giving someone space to make like the decision has to come from them. And I feel like to this Queen, it's important that it come from them. And I feel like in the Two Swords, we got a blindfold on. So there's something we don't want to see. We're afraid of something. The Magician right above there, right? But then the World. This is a beautiful time in life. A beautiful chapter. So anyways, this Queen of Pentacles seems like she's just kind of sitting back and letting someone make a decision. We have the Four of Cups. Like someone may be thinking about this Queen of Wands, male, female, let's just say fire, go-getters, you know what I mean? Not always, but we have, look at this, we have the Star, and you have Hope from Mother Mary, which I feel are very similar type energies. Star is about keeping your hopes and your dreams alive. Keep them alive. Okay, we got more. Let's keep going. We have Judgment. It's about a rebirth. A call to the present moment. The Magician's here, which is the present moment. And then, look at this. We have a lot of queens. Now we have the Queen of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I wasn't going to take this many cards, but here they are. So I want to feel the block out. I feel like for a few, it's like your ancestors have stepped forward to, and this could be someone else also, though. It feels like they're stepping forward to, it was like two sisters waiting for the third to make a decision, make a choice, start a new path. Okay, what else do we have? We have the Three of Pentacles. So this can be collaboration with something. This is, your own efforts, your own gifts. This is something you bring uniquely to the table. And, others appreciate that. I often feel you're the missing piece of the puzzle. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles are your seeds of intention. That's how I always read it. Not always, but that's usually how I read it. Makes me feel like, especially coming next to the Three of Pentacles and the Star right above it, right? Something of your hopes and dreams. Here it is. It's on the tree, right? It looks ripe. Seven of Pentacles is about patience, though. It is about patience to allow something, to come, maybe in this Two of Swords, someone comes to their own conclusion, their own realizations, and then their own movement, right? Their own choice. Okay, and then we have the Death card of Scorpio. This is about clear endings. And there's a reason. The Death card says don't resist. Don't resist death, because what lies beyond it is life. And it's connected to the Star, but it's also connected to this Ten of Swords. Like, we can't ignore this Ten of Swords up in the corner. And from that Ten of Swords is the Two of Swords. So whoever has gone through this Ten of Swords, and we all have to a certain extent, but this is about, it can be betrayal, being stabbed in the back, you know, I feel when it's the 10 now, we're getting to the point of submission. There may be something we don't want to see within ourselves or within someone else, but the truth of the matter is, you do want to see it all. You know, you do want to see Judgment here asking for a rebirth, right? It's a reconsider almost. You know, if I'm focusing an answer, you know, I have a question in my mind, and the reason that I'm skeptical of it, let's just say, is because of my past. Well, that's exactly what Judgment is talking about. Like, your decisions for your future do not lie in the past, they lie in the present moment. Don't allow your past that type of power, right? And I feel like that's what it is in the Two of Swords. For some reason, maybe someone is worried to give to themselves, to follow their own dreams, right? But again, I feel like we have to let them come to their own realization. I feel like they will. Matter of fact, I feel like that's what the Queen of Swords here is. Again, don't worry about the signs. The Queen of Swords is honest, truth, right? What concerns the Queen of Swords? The truth. I want honesty, honest communication, right? There are, like, her eyes, it's almost like the blindfold was cut around her eyes, right? So that she could see. Two eyes to look and one to see. So, I feel like this person is, listen, I feel like this is why the Queen of Pentacles is sitting back here. Because I feel like in Judgment is also, you know, whatever you receive, what they also receive in a spiritual sense. Excuse me. And I feel like this is their spiritual team, like their, you know, like their spiritual team. I feel like we're collective, but this is like, you know, like the first circle. And I feel like they are coming forward to this person to give them some type of realization and also hope, because the energy of hope is very strong here, right? And with the Ten of Swords and Jesus, you know, I pray for Jesus' help and guidance with this situation. Hope. I trust that God has a wonderful solution and brilliant plans for me, in store for me. And that's kind of what your reading is saying, right? So, anyway. Well, this is kind of beautiful. We have Temperance on the bottom of the deck. That's all about divine timing. And this is an energy where I can kind of let go of control here. This is about trusting. First of all, trusting yourself, right? Trusting your intuition. That's probably why we see the Queen of Wands first. But also, I do feel like there's someone also thinking of this queen or king. Anyways, Temperance, much like the Seven of Pentacles. Patience. There's patience. But with Judgment here, I feel like now is the time. So let's just say within the next 3 months. So it's almost like a changing of the guard, right? I'm giving this away. So in return, I can have this. I'm closing that door, right? Not making my decisions from that door. And I'm going to start choosing door one. What's in front of me? Okay. Also, card of Sagittarius, by the way. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Gilded Tarot. And let's break this down a little deeper. So we have a lot of signs on the board. 3 queens so far. You know, and I almost feel like for someone, like there's 3 sisters, and you may collaborate and do something, And one of them feels like, there's a fear factor to it. They may not know, they may not see or feel that they are good enough, but they are. And because I feel like this collaboration, it just kind of feels like meant to be. And I can be in anything. Okay. We have the Eight of Wands. So this gives us a measure of time. This talks about quick coming, energy is coming in quickly. We can look at it as an 8, right? That can be August. It may not seem quick, but, before you know it, it'll be here. The Eight of Wands to me is also the energy of what I think about, I bring about, and it's sitting over the Magician. So this is the ability to manifest, truly, the kind of life that you'd like to see. I mean, it starts from right now. Many times the life that we're living right now, we could look back a few years and we get why we are where we are. Excuse me, and that can be good or hard. But, I feel like it's always there. The reflection is there if we want to look at it. So, that is a weird sound. I tell you guys, like, I'm out in the country, but I have to tell you, like, it's not that quiet. I don't know what that sound was. Look at this. We have Judgment, and purposely flipped itself around. So we have Judgment here, we have Judgment here. This one's in reverse, coming over the world. This can certainly be, I'm not feeling the guidance. I'm not feeling that I have the ability to truly make my own dreams come true. That type of thing. I feel like some of you, it's like you're not feeling your guides. But nonetheless, I feel like there's some kind of change coming. There's something coming. And, ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Excuse my singing. It's interesting. Like, literally, I feel like someone is just not seeing the signs. And, whether I'm in this Two of Swords, if I'm that person in that Two of Swords and I keep that blindfold on, well, what am I? It's showing us that you're going to manifest more of that. More of what you fear. Why? Well, because that's the energy you're giving. The universe isn't questioning, why is she giving me that energy? Your guides are, but like the universal flow, I feel like I guess the law of attraction, you can call it. The energy that you give to the universe is the energy you will receive back, right? So I can do that. But I feel like it's very strong, especially with Judgment coming out twice. It wants who's ever in this Two of Swords to wake up quickly. Quickly. And I feel like because I'm only at a 2, I'm not that deep in it, even though now here I just see this 10. But still, even from that 10, I feel like... let's talk about that Ten of Swords, because why is this person in the Two of Swords? Clearly because other people have told this person they're not good enough, they can't, they may have had certain dreams and like people shut them down and they allowed them. It can go the whole way back to your childhood. And trust me, I'm 60 and there's still times I'm like, whoa, don't think, okay, you're thinking the wrong way right now. So these things affect us, right? They affect our emotional body. And You know, you can't, I don't know. I feel like your guides are saying they were hard lessons. Yes, they were hard lessons. Um, but I feel like those lessons were called for. Like your soul called for them. Some of them. Now, there's 10. I don't think it's all from other people. I feel some of those swords are of our own, right? So I called for these lessons, right? So these experiences that I've just had that maybe, you know, caused me to put a blindfold on, you know, there's a different way to look at all of it. You know, look at it from your spiritual lens and not you know, our human mind, what, uses 20% if of our brain, you know, and then we have this whole spiritual being, which is part of us, which is available to us, right? You know, I feel like we have, you know, it's important that we learn that. Um, you know, I mean, we can go through life and never learn that and be just fine. You know, that's what we call someone who's lucky. But anyway, I feel like again, your guides, our guides, I should say, our guides are just saying, even though there are 10 swords, I don't feel like the pain is buried that deep. Deep, but not that deep. So what I feel like is, because, you know, I feel like everyone's being patient here, except for your ancestors. They want you to pay, you know, it's like they want you to pay attention. They want you to know what you think about, you're bringing about. Think about that. What I think about, I bring about. Doesn't mean you always have to be in a cheerful, happy mood. But when you know, you're thinking of your future, what you're thinking about, you're bringing about. Some, you know, what I'm thinking about is attached to my past, right? The death card says you got to remember that there's doors that will be shut. There's chapters that end in your book, right? You must go to the next chapter, right? That was chapter 1, your childhood. Chapter 2, you know, when we're out roaming and having fun and making mistakes, so we think, and, you know, all that. Anyway, here's the star. Excuse me. You know, I bought a candle that smells so beautiful. But, like, I don't know. It's like white. I have to go with white candles. The scent, whatever in it, is like getting to me. Anyway, look at this. We have the 2 swords again. Wow. That's interesting. We have the 2 swords and the 2 swords. We have the 10 of swords, right? These 2 swords over and connected to this 10 of swords. But then we have the star all around this 10 of swords. It could certainly be talking about 2 Aquariuses. But I feel like it's more than that. Well, let's get a little bit more clarity on that. We have the Nine of Pentacles, and it's interesting. They came in reverse. I'm going to take them the way I found them, because it makes sense the way they are. And look at this. But we have the Hangman, and the Hangman is the awakening, the awareness, the you know, again, 2 eyes to look through and 1 to see. This is the seeing eye, right? You know, the Nine of Pentacles is there, and that can be about, again, collaboration also, I want to say. So something within here, you know, I feel like Someone is not doing something that I feel like they're just born to do because they're not trusting themselves. And the majority of that is based on false belief, on what other people have said. And their words are holding too much weight. It's like sometimes you got to look at the source of who's insulting you. You know, like when you really look at the source, it'd be like, well, you know, they were no angel. So, because I feel like there's opportunity here. Definitely feel like there's opportunity. And it feels like, you know, because we have the hangman like having his awakening, having his awareness, and judgment right there, right? It's interesting because it's almost like this Queen of Pentacles is trying to light the way for this person. I often think of the Queen of Pentacles as the business person, the business owner. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who sees between the lines. This can talk about psychically, spiritually, however you want to put it. Can connect and feel her or his ancestors, spirit guides, and trust that. And then we have the Sun. Well, hello. So, you know, nothing can hide within the Sun's energy. All is revealed. What is done in the dark shall come to the light. But listen, whatever comes to the light, it's only meant to see and then move away from, right? Or meant to see your opportunity. You know, it's illuminating the star on both sides of it. Like it's illuminating the star, your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. Connected to that Seven of Pentacles, I want you to understand this is really saying like these are your soul's intentions. Remember, we're doing a spiritual reading, so we're going beyond just the 3D thinking, where we are using our spiritual muscles in the reading at the same time, if that makes sense. So, card of Leo. You know, but the Sun is about happy times, good times, the inner child. You know, the planets are all aligned. If nothing else, what it's doing, it's illuminating your way. Because remember, like, you know, let's say God helps us. Shows us the way, but we have to make the physical action into it. You know what I mean? Like we have to physically move with it. We're not magically picking, you know, just picked up and moved. Now, sometimes things can get really tough because, you know, deep down, if you really are honest with yourself, you may be an energy that just isn't right for you. It isn't healthy for you. But for whatever reason, you remain, right? So sometimes the universe will truly send you, you know, it's almost like sometimes they send in the tower, but that is to help you. But I feel like this hangman having this awakening, connected directly. I mean, it's like they're connected head to head. And it's all moving towards this Nine of Pentacles in reverse and this Two. So, you know, what's it saying? It's saying success can be there, right? But in the Nine of Pentacles, I get there through my own hard work also, my own knowledge, my own wisdom. I learn as I go, right? This is me building success. This is me truly building success, whatever that looks like to you. Oh, we have more cards. We have the Five of Pentacles, or Five of Swords in reverse. And then we have the Three of Swords. Huh. That's strange. I don't mean that as you're strange. It's just strange the type of energy that I'm feeling. because I do feel like there's some type of resistance of leaving. You know, it's shown us the three swords, so it's shown us heartache, right? But I have to tell you, at the same time, you got to know when to let it go. And maybe what I mean by that, because that's easier said than done, I know that. But it is the truth, though. From a spirit, you know, and looking at it as spiritual lens, there's a time to let it go. On a human level, I feel like the best way to do that is to refocus your mind upon something, something that you desire. And maybe it's not a person. I feel like more I'm talking about gifts and crafts and collaborations and businesses. Like it's all here, right? It's all here. It just feels like someone is having a hard time seeing it, believing it. I hope this reading, and whoever this, you know, I mean, I guess I could put myself in the Queen of Pentacles, because I feel like if you don't, like, if it doesn't sink in here, you're going to hear it again. Whether you somehow you're called back to this reading, or you go to a different reading and a certain message keeps coming up. You know what I mean? Well, there's the Tower. Oh, look at that. Look what follows the Tower. Look what follows. That's the word. It follows. The Tower is the Ten of Pentacles. You know, who's ever living in this Ten of Pentacles is living in an awakened state, and I really mean that. Like, you know, first of all, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So like, I don't think I can. You know, thinking of all the negative, everything that somebody told me, but here is the Ten of Pentacles, and I feel like who's ever in that Ten of Swords does turn around, clear that energy, and moves into the Queen of Swords energy. So I like that. Let's keep going. Well, hello, lovers. Card of Gemini, first of all. We're getting a lot of major arcanas, and there's another one. Justice, card of Libra. You know, some of you may be either overcoming a divorce, a separation, right? A severing of ties. Some of you have asked for the divorce. It doesn't mean that that's easy either. You know what I mean? I know, if you're on the other side, you're like, shut up, Sandy. Anyway, justice is about making you feel whole again. That's really it. It's about you feeling whole again. Even if you really, truly just think to yourself, how in God's name could that ever happen? Well, you know, I say pray. I say ask. I say quiet your mind. I say listen. Trust. I feel like your team is there, period. Whether you believe it or not, that's up to you. Justice, card of Libra. We have the Queen of Cups coming over the Death card, so certainly could be Scorpio for some of you. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. You know, and here's simply what I'm feeling. I feel like there is, you know, there is that Ten of Swords. There's that Two of Swords over it. Two of Swords following it. Five of Swords connected to it. The Three Swords, you know, there it all is, right? But if you notice, it's all condensed into one corner. Like it's all condensed here. And the energy that's around all those swords is the sun, is the star, is the star. That's why we have so many major arcanas, I feel. It's, you know, and then we have the Hangman having this awareness and awakening and understanding. I feel like that's it. It's like, wow, I'm like really learning to understand my own energy. Truly understanding that what I think about, I bring about, that I am helping to create my future. So in a way, I got to be careful not to then blame others for things that I created, right? I'm seeing the five, and I often feel like, as we go through the tarot, let's say, we go through the 1 through 9 or 10. The five is one of the exit points where it's like you may have an opportunity to exit. Some do, some don't. And I feel like we're talking to the ones maybe who haven't. Whether it's you or someone else. If someone else, maybe you're just seeing you're feeling, you get the opportunity to feel their perspective. There's going to be a lot of confusion and self-doubt and all that. Maybe someone did not want a divorce, but again, I say, I get it. But here is the tower, which may be that divorce, severing of ties, jobs lost, whatever it is. But I feel like, oh, don't get mad at me, but I feel like it's with purpose. Because what follows it? The 10 of Pentacles. What is on your mind that you're not sure about? Your own path, your own pentacles. That's where you're having the doubt. It's showing why. Because of them. Your ancestors are like, You are the magician. You create. Right? We have the Lovers down here. Some of you, this is about a connection. Some of you may find someone as you are creating something yourself. Somehow they enter onto your path. And they may be in the same field or have the same interest that you do. I feel like they would be someone who would look at what you do and with a sense of admiration. Again, can be reversed, and it can be both ways. But I feel like in a way, in the Three of Pentacles, you don't really realize that. You're just doing your thing, and you're doing it well. So, here's the Lovers. I don't know. I feel like this is talking about, for some of you, love, too. And I like that it's next to the Ten of Pentacles. I want to go right underneath it. By the way, when I go up this way, I have the Lovers, and then I have the Hangman in the awakened state that's connected to both my spiritual team and the Magician, and what I'm thinking about, I'm bringing about. So, in a way, you can kind of see how the Seven of Pentacles, that tree that holds your seed of intention, one is getting ready to, let's say, come about. Excuse me. We have the Empress, and the Empress really is the wisdom of all the queens. The Empress is both gentle but strong. I feel like the Empress is saying, I can create my own Ten of Pentacles. But it's not about that. It's not an ego type way. Again, the Empress speaks again of patience. So we have a lot of that on the table. Maybe that's what it's been. Maybe that's why I felt guided to do this reading. And in particular, like the next 3 months, that's what I felt guided to do. Okay, let's look under the Lovers so I don't keep you here forever. We have the Three of Cups. Interesting, coming over the Three of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Swords. Some of you may already know what energy I'm talking about, and I often feel the Ace of Swords is the Yes card. It's your true intention, living your true life, right? You being your authentic self, all of that. We have, dang it, the Nine of Swords. We have the Page of Pentacles, or Cups. And then we have the Devil, card of Capricorn. So, I'm kind of looking at justice here as two paths. right? There's two, like, which way do I want to go? Now, this may say, because here in the Five of Swords, I kind of feel like I'm resisting the change that may need to happen because it feels like a mental battle, to be honest. And it's showing it's based out of these swords that have pierced your heart, right? However, it doesn't stop time. So things are moving, right? And your energy is part of the universe, whether we like it or not, right? It's just, we are just part of the universe. We're connected. So, anyways, I can stay and do what I've been doing and take what I've been taking, all that, which shows you where it moves from the Nine of Cups to the Page of Pentacles to the Devil. Now, that can be Capricorn, of course, but I often feel like this is talking more of the shadow energy. Or if I follow the other cup, it is the Lovers. If I go this way, it's the Empress, or the Ten of Pentacles, the Empress, or the Awakened Hangman, again, my ancestors, and things are moving quickly. So you see, there's two paths, and I think that's where I'm going to leave it because I don't want it to get any longer than this, and I think you get the gist of it. So I love you guys. As always, thank you for taking a moment to watch the video. You know, this may be a video you have to come back to really get. Maybe you need to be moving through it as you really start to comprehend it. Remember, give it over to God. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.